I have not said a word. I have been tired. I have been quiet. But you want this work, I'm going to give it to you.
All right, so Apryl saw Omarion's latest interview, and he was speaking on Apryl and the whole little Fizz situation and how Apryl did him wrong. And so Apryl decided to respond, and it looks like she's pretty fed up. Let's see what she had to say. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe.
Y'all got it confused. Y'all be sitting here looking at people like, well, this is his, and he's a great person. You don't fucking know that person. You ain't fuck him. You ain't sleep. You ain't, like, stop. If a man or a woman does not want to be exposed, then start being good to the people that you are with. Why would you think that a person that you treated like utter shit is supposed to protect you? But that is what we do. I refuse to do it anymore. I am 36. I'm about to turn 37, and I won't do it anymore. If you're a piece of shit, you are definitely a piece of shit. And I won't sit here and try to cover and let's meet in a room and put me on the interview, Jason Lee. I hope you guys put that on. Put me in an interview room and say, hey, how do you feel? How do you feel? Give it a fair shot. Give it a fair shot, because it hasn't been fair to me to hear my name constantly over and over and over and over again. I haven't been able to tell my side. I have literally shut the fuck up. I have taken care of my kids. I have been quiet, but y'all got me. You have got me. Call me what you want to call me. Homie, hopper, sex addict. I'll take it. Don't really give a fuck. Don't care. But I bet you won't put me in the same room. And that's what I'm talking about. Is this is the year of accountability. This is the year of facts. This is the year of not victimization. This is the year of throwing out narcissists. If you are going to protect one, protect the other. Women have got to be protected. Y'all over here protecting these men who are not all. See, I just full of shit. But women have had to have endured. And I have been one of those multiple times. Y'all see me with certain people, y'all like, ooh, fuck that. I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't what it appears. I'm going to be honest with you. It is not what it seems like. I'm going to tell you the truth. People are walking around lying and deceiving and manipulating and egotistical. Stop with. And it gets to a point when a bitch gets tired. I have not said a word. I have been tired. I have been quiet. But you want this work, I'm going to give it to you. If you want to hold the other side accountable, any interviewers, any blogs, I am here. I stand tall. I stand firm. Give me an opportunity to speak my mother truth and put that other person across from me to say his. And I bet you what they're saying in that room will not be what it will be when I'm sitting in front of them. And that's what y'all need to do. A good blogger, a good interviewer, all of it. Work. Do the job. Interview proper. Do it proper. Give it to the both sides. That's all I'm saying. Give it to the both sides. Give it to the both sides, man. Stop giving it to one side and giving it to the world. Y'all can destroy a person like that. Give it to both sides. But a person will never sit in a room with a person who's real. Let's see. Y'all got it confused.
Okay, Apryl. She said it's the year of accountability. Now, I can see where she coming from, because when all that stuff was going on with Love and Hip Hop and she was talking to Lil Fizz, she took a lot of backlash. And she never came out and defended herself. She never said nothing about it. Like she said in the video, she just kept quiet and took care of her kids. And you know what's really interesting? I feel like this interview came at a time where Apryl was ready. Because if y'all don't know, she just broke up with Taye Diggs. And I don't know if she was alluding to a little bit of what was going on in their relationship when she said, you know, you see me with people and you be thinking it's this and that and it ain't really all of that. I was like, ooh, they didn't call Apryl on the breakup. She ready. Now, let me give y'all a little bit of history between her and Omarion. I remember when Omarion used to do interviews and Apryl would be in the background. I remember when he would basically hide Apryl. Now, I don't know if that was a decision they made together because Omarion was this, you know, sex icon and the women loved him. And people do that today. A lot of these girls on Instagram, a lot of these female rappers, anybody who has that sex appeal, they'll hide their relationship just because they don't want to break the illusion for the fans. You know, they want the fans to feel like you could get with Ice Spice. You could get with Coi Leray. So they usually hide their relationships. So maybe that's what Omarion and Apryl were doing back then. But people would see them together and they wouldn't even think they were together. I don't think a lot of people in Hollywood knew they were together until Apryl had his baby. But my point is, for a long time, Apryl was a ride or die for Omarion. And I think we can all believe that it's a good chance that Omarion wasn't always faithful to Apryl, that he didn't always give her the respect that you should give the mother of your child and somebody you've been with for many years. I don't think they were ever married, but you know how when people be together for so long, they might as well be married. That was Apryl and Omarion for a long time. Now, I got to get something off of my chest real quick because I know y'all watching this video and y'all seeing a few cuts. It's because I got something so silly on my brain and I got to let it out. Did y'all see that thing on the internet where it said Omarion is the only dude known for singing and dancing, but he can't sing or dance? I know. Because over the years, I think a lot of us have kind of realized Omarion is not a great singer. And he is definitely not a great dancer. He tried to put out these little dance videos. He be in the studio. I'd be like, bro, you know, you look like you need to go to the hospital or something. Like, he's shaking and shivering. I'm just like, bro, it's not hot no more, bro. You need to hang it up. Omarion, please stop putting out those dance videos. All right, now let me get back serious. Now, I do feel like Apryl deserves to tell her side of the situation. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought the Lil Fizz situation was just something they were doing for Love and Hip Hop. But given her emotional response to this, I'm assuming that it might have been real and that she felt as if Omarion was trying to guilt trip her for making that decision. Look, they was all cool. Her and Omarion was done. I'm pretty sure Lil Fizz knew about some of the stuff that Omarion did to Apryl, and they were able to bond. Now, they went on the TV show together, and you can have opinions about that, but yeah, I do think some of that criticism about her was a little harsh. And shout out to her for kind of taking it on the chin, and it really didn't look like she let the outside sources affect her little relationship that she had with Lil Fizz. It didn't last long, but I don't feel like they broke up because people were bashing Apryl, okay? Also, I hope when she was talking about, you know, bloggers doing it the right way, I hope Jason Lee doesn't take that offensive. I don't think she was just talking about him. I think she was talking about a lot of these places that interview Omarion, and he tells his little story, because he's been going on this thing where it's like he's the guy who's always getting hurt, and poor Omarion. That's kind of been his thing for the last couple of years, about how Apryl did him so wrong and he was able to ignore it. Didn't he put out a book? He put out a book and it has some sassy title about, not saying nothing and just letting it go and all this other stuff. So all of these places that's been covering Omarion, I think they feel as if Apryl isn't on his level. So they never give her a chance to speak. And I think that's what she was really talking about. I will say Hollywood Unlocked does do a good job of bringing the other side of a story up there to talk. Like you saw, they had Blueface and his baby mama. Then they brought up Krishan Rock. So anything Blueface said about Krishan, they let Krishan come up there and speak on it. So I will say Jason does do a good job with that. But a lot of these other places don't. Because like I said, they don't prioritize somebody like Apryl because, she isn't as famous as Omarion. But to be honest, at this point, with Omarion, it's just a lot of nostalgia. It's not like he's doing anything currently, in my opinion, right? But I also think Omarion don't want Apryl to do too much talking. Because it's a lot of rumors about Omarion that's out there. I'm not going to say too much on here, but if you know, you know. And Apryl might be protecting some of Omarion's secrets, and he might not want them to get out there. So Omarion, if you want her to be quiet, you better go cut that check. Let me know what y'all think about this. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Peace.